New York City, 1884. The city was alive with noise, the rattle of horse-drawn carriages, the hiss of steam, and the low hum of ambition that pulsed through every brick of the growing metropolis. Gas lamps flickered weakly against the gathering night, throwing trembling halos of yellow light over cobblestone streets. It was a city teetering on the edge of a revolution powered by electricity. And at the center of it all stood Thomas Alva Edison, the Wizard of Menlo Park. Edison was already a legend, the man who gave light to the world. His invention, the incandescent bulb, had turned him into a symbol of American genius. Reporters called him the modern Prometheus, a man who had stolen fire from the heavens. His company, Edison Electric Light, was wiring up the great cities of America, block by block, house by house. To investors and politicians, Edison's direct current, DC, was the future, safe, reliable, American. But far away, another man was stepping off a steamship onto American soil, a man who would change everything. His name was Nikola Tesla. He was tall, strikingly handsome, with piercing gray eyes that seemed to see beyond the visible world. He spoke with a thick Serbian accent and carried little more than a notebook full of ideas, sketches of machines that no one had yet built. His dream was not of fame or fortune. It was of power, limitless, wireless, clean power that could light the entire planet. When Tesla arrived in New York, he had one goal: to meet Thomas Edison. The meeting of titans. Tesla's first job in America was humble. He worked for the Edison Machine Works, repairing dynamos and improving generators. But soon, his brilliance caught the attention of his superiors. In just a few months, rumors spread across the company floor. The new guy can see electricity in his head. Edison himself was curious. He called Tesla into his office, a cluttered laboratory buzzing with half-finished inventions and the smell of burning copper. "So, you're the European who thinks he can improve my machines?" Edison said with a smirk, his sleeves rolled up, his fingers blackened with soot. Tesla nodded. "Yes, Mr. Edison, your direct current system is efficient for short distances, but over long distances, it loses too much energy. I believe alternating current, AC, is the future." Edison's face hardened. "Alternating current? Dangerous nonsense! You'll electrocute half the city before you light it." Tesla didn't argue. He simply looked around the lab and said, "Sir, the future does not fear danger." Edison liked the young man's confidence, but not his ideas. Still, he hired Tesla and promised a hefty bonus if he could improve the efficiency of Edison's generators. Tesla worked day and night, sleeping on the floor of the workshop, surviving on coffee and determination. Within weeks, he redesigned Edison's motors and generators, boosting efficiency by an astonishing 30%. When he went to claim his reward, Edison laughed. "Tesla, you don't understand our American humor. When I said $50,000, I was joking." Tesla quit on the spot. He walked out into the cold New York night, penniless but not defeated. Tesla soon found himself digging ditches for $2 a day to survive. Yet even as he shoveled dirt, his mind raced with visions of electromagnetic fields and spinning coils. He was obsessed with the idea of alternating current, a system where electricity could flow back and forth, transforming voltage and traveling great distances with minimal loss. In 1887, with the help of a few investors, Tesla founded his own laboratory on South Fifth Avenue. There, he built the first true alternating current motor, a device that converted electrical energy into mechanical motion using a rotating magnetic field. It was elegant, efficient, and revolutionary. Word spread fast. Among those who heard was George Westinghouse, a wealthy inventor and industrialist from Pittsburgh. Westinghouse believed in big systems, railways, gas, and now electricity. He saw in Tesla's AC system the key to powering the entire nation. In 1888, Westinghouse bought Tesla's patents for $60,000 in cash and stock and promised him royalties for every horsepower of AC power produced. Tesla was finally free to build his dream. But Edison was about to declare war. The war of the currents. Edison had everything to lose. His investors, his empire, and his reputation were built on the DC system. If Tesla and Westinghouse succeeded, Edison's world would collapse overnight. So he fought back, not with better technology, but with fear. Edison launched a nationwide campaign claiming that alternating current was deadly. He sponsored public demonstrations where animals, dogs, horses, even an elephant named Topsy were electrocuted with AC power to prove its danger. He even secretly backed the invention of the electric chair, using Tesla's AC current to execute criminals, a grotesque propaganda stunt. Newspapers ate it up. Headlines screamed, "Edison warns, Westinghouse current will kill." But behind the headlines, the truth was emerging. AC could do what DC never could: transmit power across cities, across states, even across the continent. The final showdown came in 1893 at the World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago. The organizers needed to power the entire fair, over 100,000 incandescent bulbs, rides, fountains, and exhibits. Two bids arrived: Edison's DC and Westinghouse's AC. Edison's price was astronomical. Westinghouse, using Tesla's designs, offered less than half. They won the contract. That summer, when the switch was thrown, the night exploded into light. For the first time in human history, a city was illuminated entirely by alternating current. People gasped, cheered, wept. It was as if the stars had descended to Earth. Tesla stood in the crowd, watching the glow reflect off Lake Michigan. He whispered, "Now they will see." The moment the world changed. The victory at Chicago changed everything. Within years, AC power spread across America, bringing light to millions. Power plants were built, transmission lines stretched for miles, and the dream of a connected nation became reality. But the war left scars. Edison's empire crumbled. Bitter and humiliated, he left the electric business entirely. His company merged and evolved into General Electric, which, ironically, would later use AC power. Tesla, meanwhile, continued dreaming bigger. He envisioned wireless energy, towers that could beam power through the air, ships guided by remote control, and a world united by invisible waves. He built the Wardenclyffe Tower on Long Island, a structure so ahead of its time that even his investors could not understand it. But that, dear reader, is another battle, one not of currents, but of visions. Because while Edison wanted to own electricity, Tesla wanted to free it.